toys. Gameboys.
It's week 15 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Browns' sure-handed tight end. He's in the top tier of the league, 50 receiving yards so far this season. It's the Browns and the Niners under the lights on Thursday night.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. But bottom line, how do they get a win?
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 11 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now they run the option on second down. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Well, it's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Again, it's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game. think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal.
Now Cook hit and he lost the football. Oh, fighting off the defender. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. But fortunately, it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. Boswell's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The end result, 21 yards. Mariota. Open man here is Conklin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Fourth down, Mariota. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Mariota on 1st down. This is caught. It's Woods. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marcus Mariota taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
There's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots, and here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And across the track, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Niners are once again back in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Mariota. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back on the field. You're not on the sidelines trying to throw the ball. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Down he goes. The 49ers get there. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third-down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they will run McKinnon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Johnson for the extra point try. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Setting up the screen for Cook. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
Fielded at about the 28. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he stopped immediately there. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Mariota on 4th down. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now, play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Mariota. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Jackson on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now.
So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. He finds McKinnon complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. The quick slant caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Cook. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, it's Cook, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dalvin Cook, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he bats it away. It falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Cook up the gut. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. Let's say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? But we're worried about the next step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throw it, Mariota. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They're going to try and throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Now it's Jackson.
Close to the sideline, he finds Robinson, complete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Mariota now. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Jackson, options out left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Airing one out for Boyd. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Mariota's throw taken in by Thornton. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Mariota. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll throw again. Mariota. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Mariota. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 4th down, Mariota. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Hubbard.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Mariota will look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
On the option right is Jackson.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Cook now off the read option.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up their avenues for big ball. There's just no way they're getting sacked.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot now for Mariota. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a